Okay, so you know how everyone wants to unlock the secret to burning fat while they sleep?
Right.
It's like the holy grail of, weight loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today, we're diving deep into 5 expert tips to burn belly fat fast while you sleep to uncover what's really possible.
Well, I can tell you we're not promising any overnight miracles.
Right.
But the science behind how our bodies burn fat, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yes, some of that fat-burning magic can happen while you're catching those Z's.
So no magic pills, but real strategies based on how our bodies actually work.
Yeah,
I like it.
exactly.
I've always been a bit skeptical of those lose weight while you sleep claims.
As you should be. But this article we're diving into, it really digs into the science. It connects things like nutrition, exercise, even stress management to those crucial fat-burning hormones we've all heard about.
Okay, hormones. That's where things get really interesting, for me at least. Tell me more about how those work while we sleep.
Well, let's start by talking about sleep quality.
Okay.
Most people don't realize that a good night's sleep, it's like a superpower when it comes to burning fat.
That actually makes a lot of sense because when I'm sleep deprived, oh my gosh, I turn into like a bottomless pit of cravings.
Right.
All my healthy intentions just fly out the window.
Absolutely. And that's because lack of sleep throws 2 key hormones out of whack. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone,
Okay.
and leptin, which signals feelings of fullness. When you're sleep deprived, that ghrelin, it goes into overdrive while leptin takes a nosedive.
Oh no.
Basically, your body, it starts craving more food, especially at night, and it takes more to feel satisfied.
So it's like you're fighting a losing battle against your own biology. No wonder those late night snack cravings can feel impossible to resist.
Exactly. It's like your body is working against you.
Ugh.
And if that wasn't enough, there's another hormone that comes into play. Cortisol, the stress hormone.
Okay, cortisol. I know that one all too well.
Yeah.
Deadlines, traffic, that never-ending to-do list.
Yeah.
Stress just feels constant, but what does it have to do with belly fat?
Well, here's the thing. When you're stressed, especially at night, your body pumps out cortisol.
Yeah.
And cortisol basically tells your body to hold on to fat, particularly around your midsection.
Oh, no, really?
It's like a primal instinct storing energy for when resources are scarce.
So even if I'm doing everything else right, like eating well, exercising, if my stress levels are through the roof, I might be sabotaging my efforts.
It's definitely a factor. And that's why optimizing your sleep is the first expert tip in this article. It's like laying the foundation for everything else to work better.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. What are some practical tips from the article on how people can actually improve their sleep quality and start maximizing those fat-burning hormones, tonight?
One of the simplest but most effective things you can do is establish a consistent sleep schedule. And yes, that includes weekends. Your body thrives on routine, and this helps regulate your natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed.
Okay, consistency is key. I know it makes a huge difference for me.
Absolutely. And just as important as when you sleep is how you prepare for sleep.
Okay?
Creating a relaxing pre-sleep routine is crucial for signaling to your body and mind that it's time to wind down.
So we're talking about things like turning off screens at least an hour before bed.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that blue light can really mess with your sleep.
It's a major culprit. That blue light suppresses melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep.
Makes those late night scrolling sessions a lot less appealing. So dimming the lights too.
Absolutely. Helps create a relaxing atmosphere. Think about it. What helps you unwind? A warm bath? Reading a book? Maybe some light stretching or meditation?
I'm feeling more relaxed already just thinking about it.
Right.
But what about those of us who still struggle to fall asleep, even after making those changes? The article mentioned some natural sleep aids, right?
It did. Things like magnesium, melatonin, and L-theanine can be helpful. Magnesium is great for relaxing muscles and calming the mind.
I've heard magnesium is like a magic mineral for sleep.
It can be incredibly beneficial. Then there's melatonin, which our bodies produce naturally to regulate sleep cycles. But if you're deficient, a supplement might help. And L-theanine, found in green tea, promotes relaxation and can improve sleep quality without making you drowsy.
So many great tips for setting the stage for better sleep and better fat burning. But before we move on, let's go back to those hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin. We know sleep impacts them, but is there anything else we can do to keep them in check, especially before bed? I'm thinking about that second expert tip, incorporating protein before bed.
You got it. That late-night snack isn't just about satisfying your hunger. It's literally fueling your body to burn more fat while you sleep.
Okay, protein before bed. I'm intrigued. Tell me more about why it's so beneficial for fat burning, especially for those of us dreaming of a flatter stomach. So we're talking about strategic snacking here, right? Not just like a calorie fest before bed.
Right.
What makes protein so special when it comes to like overnight fat burning?
Yeah. Well, one of the key things protein does is it helps maintain muscle mass.
Okay.
And this is really important because muscle is metabolically active, meaning it burns more calories at rest than fat does. So the more muscle you have, the more efficient your body is at burning fat even while you sleep.
Okay, that makes sense. So we want to protect our muscles, especially at night when our body is naturally fasting.
Exactly. And that's where protein comes in. When you eat protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids, which are the building blocks of muscle tissue. Having a protein-rich snack before bed provides a steady stream of these amino acids throughout the night, preventing muscle breakdown and keeping your metabolism humming along.
It's like giving your body the supplies it needs to keep, building and repairing muscle even while you sleep.
Exactly.
So it's not just about preventing muscle loss, but actually kind of like creating an environment that supports muscle growth, which then helps with burning fat.
Yeah.
This is fascinating. So do you have any like go-to protein sources for that pre-bed snack?
Yeah, the article mentioned a few good ones. It mentioned casein protein, which is found in dairy products like cottage cheese. And it's a slow digesting protein, meaning it provides sustained release of amino acids throughout the night, perfect for nighttime muscle recovery and fat burning.
So a small bowl of cottage cheese before bed could be a game changer.
Right.
That's easy enough. I love cottage cheese. So what else?
Greek yogurt is another excellent choice. It's high in protein, low in sugar, and packed with those gut-healthy probiotics, which can also play a role in weight management.
Yes. I've been hearing more and more about how important gut health is for like overall health and weight management. And it's not just about what we eat, but what our bodies are actually absorbing, right?
Exactly. And if you're not a big dairy fan, a small portion of lean meat or fish like chicken, turkey, or salmon can also do the trick. These are all excellent sources of protein and also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that can actually promote better sleep.
It's like a sleep-enhancing, fat-burning snack, all in one.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like a small strategic snack, not a huge meal right before bed, just enough to fuel those muscles and keep those fat-burning hormones happy.
Exactly. It's all about making strategic choices that support your goals, not about, overloading your digestive system right before you sleep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, the next expert tip is one that I think people often associate more with like building muscle than with burning fat, but I'm starting to see how it all connects. Strength training.
Yeah.
I have to admit, when I think of like torching calories, I usually think cardio first. So what makes strength training so special for burning fat, especially while we sleep?
So, while cardio is great, strength training is like a secret weapon for boosting your metabolism long after you've finished your workout.
Okay.
And it's thanks to something called the afterburn effect,
Okay.
which basically means your body keeps burning calories at an accelerated rate even after you've left the gym.
So I could be at home relaxing after a good strength training session and still be reaping the fat-burning benefits. That's what I call a win-win.
Exactly. Your body is working hard to repair those micro tears in your muscles, replenish energy stores, and restore oxygen levels, all of which require energy, meaning you're burning more calories even when you're not actively exercising. And remember, the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest.
Muscle is a calorie-burning machine. Okay, I'm starting to see why strength training is so important. It's not just about building muscle, it's about like transforming my body into a more efficient fat burner, even when I'm not working out.
Yeah.
But what kind of strength training are we talking about here? Is it enough to just like do some bicep curls, or do I need to become a power lifter?
Well, the article actually highlighted compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses.
Okay.
These are fantastic because they work multiple muscle groups simultaneously, maximizing calorie burn and stimulating muscle growth.
Those are some power moves. Good thing I've been meaning to brush up on my form.
Excellent. It's all about quality over quantity and, of course, proper form to avoid injuries.
Right. Safety first.
Yeah.
The article also mentioned core work, but not for the reasons I was expecting. I feel like there's this misconception that, doing hundreds of crunches will magically melt away belly fat.
Right. Sadly, spot reduction isn't really a thing. However, strengthening your core muscles with exercises like planks, Russian twists, leg raises, it helps improve posture, stability, and overall core strength, which are all essential for a well-rounded fitness routine.
So a strong core won't necessarily like make your belly flatter, but it will improve your overall strength and stability.
Right.
And it helps you, rock those compound movements with better form, right?
Exactly. Now, here's another tip from the article that I found interesting. Combining strength training with high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, can further amplify fat loss.
Okay, HIIT workouts are no joke.
Yep.
They always leave me feeling energized, but also completely spent.
They're definitely challenging, but in the best way possible.
Right.
Those short bursts of intense activity, followed by brief recovery periods, they create an even greater afterburn effect. So you're burning more calories both during and after your workout.
Oh, I love it. It's like that metabolic boost just keeps on going.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've tackled sleep, nutrition, and exercise, all crucial for boosting our metabolism and burning belly fat even while we sleep. But there's one more piece of the puzzle that we can't ignore: stress. I think that's where our next expert tip comes into play. Managing stress to lower cortisol levels.
Right. You got it. And this one is so important because stress is practically unavoidable in today's fast-paced world. But chronic stress and those elevated cortisol levels that come with it can really sabotage our fat loss efforts, especially when it comes to belly fat.
I knew there was a reason I always crave sugary snacks when I was stressed. It's like my body just went into survival mode, wanting to store every calorie as fat.
It's not just in your head. Cortisol plays a significant role in fat storage, especially around the midsection. When you're constantly stressed, your body is flooded with cortisol, which signals to your body to hold on to fat, particularly visceral fat, the dangerous kind that surrounds your organs.
So stress is not only bad for our mental and emotional well-being, but it's also wreaking havoc on our bodies, especially when it comes to belly fat.
It's a vicious cycle. Stress leads to elevated cortisol, which leads to belly fat storage, which then leads to more stress, and so on.
Oh, no.
That's why finding healthy ways to manage stress is crucial for our waistlines, our overall health, and our well-being.
Absolutely.